What to do if your phone contract is denied. If you've recently applied for a phone contract and were denied, you're probably wondering what went wrong and what you can do next. Let's break it down step by step. First, it's important to understand why your application might have been denied. One of the most common reasons is a low credit score. If you have a history of missed payments, defaults, or other credit issues, it can make it harder to get approved for a phone contract. Another reason could be mistakes on your application. Something as simple as a wrong letter or number in your postcode or phone number can lead to a denial. So, double-checking your application for any errors is a good first step. Other factors can also play a role, such as being unemployed, having a low monthly income, not being registered on the electoral roll, or having existing loans or phone contracts. Even not having a fixed address or moving too many times in a short period can affect your application. Now, let's talk about what you can do if your application is denied. One of the simplest options is to use a pay-as-you-go SIM card. This way, you won't need to undergo a credit check, and you can use it with an existing handset. Just keep in mind you might need to unlock your phone if you're switching network providers. Another option is to consider a SIM-only monthly deal. This involves a contract for the SIM, which covers data, minutes, and texts, but you won't have the added expense of a handset. Since the payments are typically smaller, you might have a better chance of getting approved. If you believe your application was wrongly denied, you can appeal the decision. Contact the network or retailer directly and explain your situation. They may have a link on their website for appeals, or you might need to call or email them. It's crucial not to reapply immediately, as multiple declined applications can negatively affect your credit report. You can also try using an old handset or borrowing one from family or friends until you can apply again. If you're sure your credit score is good and there are no other issues, you can use the appeal process to overturn the decision. In some cases, you might be eligible for a contract but only for a certain number of lines based on your credit score. For example, if your credit score only allows for 3 phone lines, applying for more than that will result in a denial. You can reapply after a few months if your credit score improves. Remember, maintaining a good credit score is key to passing credit checks. If you're not sure why your application was denied, it's always a good idea to check your credit report and see if there are any issues that need to be addressed. By understanding the reasons behind the denial and exploring these alternatives, you can find a solution that works for you and get the phone service you need.